Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go through chapter 1 exercises with you guys. If you guys have any questions, just text me and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. So for chapter 1, we're only gonna do the evens. So for number 2, it says for the data in exercise 1, verify that the average is 3.67 using the R command mean. So we're just going to take the data from the first exercise, so x equals combine these values, which is negative 20, negative 5, I'm sorry, negative 15, negative 5, 8, 12, 9, 2, 23, and 19. So if I press enter here, it's going to save all of these values into that x variable. So now we can just do the mean, which is mean x, enter. So you can see there that we did verify that these values, the mean is 3.67. So the next one, in exercise 1, use R to sum the positive values ignoring the negative ones. So again here, we're going to sum x, but we're only going to sum, we're only going to sum the ones that are greater than 0, because we don't want the negatives. So it's going to look like this. We're going to tell it x greater than 0. So there you go, x greater than 0, I'm sorry. This is what it's going to look like. So you're just telling it sum the x, and you're telling it specifically only the x that are greater than 0. So I'm just going to go ahead and press enter, and you should get 73 for this one. The next one, it says if the data in exercise 1 are stored in the R variable x, speculate about the values corresponding to that formula, which is the absolute value greater than 8, and also x has to be less than 8. Remember this, both of these have to be true. So in it's pertaining to this variables right here, and it's telling you which ones are going to have an absolute value greater than 8, but they also have to be, that value has to be less than 8. So if you would just put in the formula, it's going to give you those, but it's asking you to speculate about them. So we can guess that negative 20 and negative 15 are going to be the ones that are greater absolute value than 8, but they're also less than 8. So I'm just going to go ahead and write it out here. So x absolute value of x has to be greater or equal to 8, and it also has to be x less than 8. So the cool thing about it is that it fills in all of the brackets for you, so you don't have to worry about missing anything. Oh, actually you do. So just make sure that it's exactly, you didn't miss any brackets or anything. And about the spaces as well, you have to make sure that there's no spaces between the formula. So I'm just going to go ahead and press enter. Oops, let me see. I just wrote it wrong. So you can press the up arrow if you make a mistake, so you don't have to write out the whole thing all over again. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I didn't miss anything. X absolute value of x is greater than or equal to 8, and x is less than 8. Oh yeah, I just put an extra parentheses here. Okay, so again, it's going to give you negative 20 and negative 15 for this one. So for the next one, it's just asking you to verify the following R commands. So we're just going to get y, and we're just going to save all of these numbers into that y variable. So 2, 4, and 8 are going to be now stored in that y. Enter. Okay, so if you see over here in the corner, it's going to tell you that these numbers are saved in that y. So the next one says z equals combine again just store 1, 5, and 2 into that z variable, and you can see it over here on this side too. So now it's just asking you to verify that 2 times y is going to give you 4, 8, and 16. So we're just going to write out 2 times y, and what that's going to do is going to multiply 2 times every single value here in that y variable. So 4, 8, and 16. Okay, the next one, y plus z, should return 3, 9, and 10. So again, it's just going to add each of these in the y and z variables. And the last one, y minus 2, should return 0, 2, and 6. So there it is. Simple enough. So for the next one, for the data in exercise 9, use R to subtract the average from each value and then sum the results. So for this one, it's going to be set up a little differently. It's just a matter of you guys learning how to set it up. So it's going to look like this. So we're telling it sum x, but I only want you to sum, x minus the mean. I'm telling you x minus the mean for each of the variable. So this is what it's going to look like. So you're subtracting the sum x minus the mean, and it's going to be for each variable. So I'm just going to go ahead and press enter, and this is what you should be getting for that one. Okay, so for the next one, it says R has a built-in data set called chickweight. Verify that the R command mean chickweight returns 121.8, and the other command, which is the chickweight with the column 3, returns NA. So we're just going to write it out since the data is already in this program. So chickweight, and make sure that you guys capitalize all of them right exactly as it says, because it is sensitive to capitalize. So this one says for the first column, it's basically what it's telling you. So we're just going to press enter, and that did give us 121.8. And now we're going to check the other one, which should give us the NA. So again, I could just, you see, and then I could just press the upward arrow, and it's going to set up the previous formula if you guys don't want to write it out. So there it is. Just make sure that it's exactly okay. So I'm going to press enter, and it should give us, yeah, that NA warning message. So that's correct. And then it's asking you to verify the next one, which is mean as numeric. Again, exactly chick weight, bracket, parentheses 3, close the bracket. Okay, so it writes it out for you. So this one should give us 26.26, and there it is, 26.26. So the next one, number 14, R has a built-in data set called chickwits, which is stored in the data frame with 2 columns. It differs from the one that we just did. The first column contains the weight of chicks, and the second column indicates the type of feed they received, one of which was labeled horse bean. Use R to compute the average weight among chicks that were fed horse beans. So for this one, you want to use the flag to flag the ones that are labeled as horse beans. So we're going to just write out here flag. And I'm telling it to flag in this data set, which is the chickwits, in column 2, so comma 2. In column 2, I want you to flag the ones that are labeled horse bean. So this is what it's going to look like. I'm just telling it to flag the ones that are labeled as horse bean in that column 2. So now it's already flagged them. So now if you want to use that mean function, so mean of this one, chickwits, this data set. So the flag ones in column 1. So this one should give you 160.2. Oops. Flag. I did something wrong. So I'm just going to press the up arrow here. And it's mean chick. Yeah, I just forgot the K. Chicklets. Super sensitive. There it is, 160.2. Okay, and then we're going to move on to the next one now. So number 16. For the values used in the previous exercise, use two different R commands to sum all of the values not equal to 5. So we only want to sum the ones that are not equal to 5. So for this one, excuse me, it's going to look like sum x, but only sum the ones that are not equal to 5. So you're going to use this function, that is not function, equals to 5. So it should give you here, there you go, if you were to use this one. And actually, I think they used the other ones, the ones from the previous exercise. So right now we have the x. Okay, yeah. So it's actually not the right answer there. So I need to first use the ones from the previous exercise. So it's the same thing, but we just got a different answer because we were still using the previous data set. So if you just use the one from number 15, that data set 3, it's 1, 8, 2, 6, 3, 8, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so now that it's there, now we can do that same equation. It's going to be sum of x, now that we have that new data set sorted in that x. Again, the ones that are not equal to 5. So this one should actually give us 28. Yes, there it is. Okay. And then for the last one, it's asking you to create a matrix with 4 rows and 2 columns with the values 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first column and 5, 6, 7, 8 in that second one. So for this one, we're just going to use that matrix function, which is matrix, and you're going to tell it combine. And if you don't want to write out the whole 1 through 8, you can actually just use a colon. So it's 1 through 8, and you're telling it to give you 4 rows. So n row equals to 4. So I think it's supposed to be combined here. Yeah. Use that function. So you're just telling a matrix combine 1 through 8 with 4 rows. And it should give you, there you go, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the first column and 5, 6, 7, 8 in that last one. Okay, so that's it for chapter 1. If you guys have any questions, again, you guys can always contact me through my phone, or you can email me, and we'll be uploading the chapter 2 exercises next time. Thank you guys. Have a good day.